Good evening. Please do sit down. As the Vice-Chancellor of the University, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the ceremony for the Department of Pharmacy, Pharmacology and Postgraduate Medicine and the Department of Psychology and Sports Science. May I introduce the platform party and welcome on my immediate left Mr. Colin Gordon, who will be receiving a fellowship of the University, and on my far left, Dr. Richard Southern, Dean of the School of Life and Medical Sciences. On my right is Mr. Phil Clark, Head of Human Resources. At the table to my extreme right is Mrs. Sue Grant, the Secretary and Registrar of the University, who carries the wonderful University mace, which you can see in front of me. And I should add, this is carried for my protection. And don't be deceived by her size. Can I also at this point welcome all our graduates, their relatives and friends to this evening's ceremony. We now proceed with the conferment of awards, and I will now read a citation for the election of a fellowship of the University on Mr. Colin Gordon. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to read the citation for the presentation of the award of a fellowship on Mr. Colin Gordon. Some people, even though they retire, don't really retire, do they? Our next nominee is one of those people. Since his so-called retirement in 2003, Colin Gordon has, among numerous other things, filled a number of roles in support of the University of Hertfordshire. Following his retirement, Colin was appointed as a governor of the university, and he served a total of 12 years on the board before he stepped down in 2015, including serving as the vice chair for 5 years. In addition, Colin chaired the Finance Committee between 2010 and 2015 and the Employment Committee in 2009. He was also chair of the Major Projects Committee at the time of the 2020 Estates Vision, and together with the Finance Committee oversaw this project, which involved the investment of more than £300 million in new buildings, such as the Law School, the Student Forum and the new student accommodation. Colin and his wife Sue began a scholarship fund in 2011 to give financial help to students from the Hertfordshire area studying here at the university. Colin and Sue were delighted that the first recipient graduated with a first-class honours degree in business with law in September of last year. Colin comes with a wealth of business experience from more than 40 years in a wide range of management areas: human resources, finance, strategy and general management from the engineering, beverages and retail sectors. He also brings an international perspective to his roles, having successfully built a major European business, which included startups in Central and Eastern Europe, and in his capacity as non-executive director of businesses in Italy, Spain and Hungary. Colin started his career as a management consultant, advising companies on industrial relations strategies, and so impressed were two of his clients that they recruited him to join their companies at different times. The first was as personal director with Irvine Sellers, a fashion chain that became the second largest fashion retailer in the country. The second was International Distillers and Vintners, which at the time was the largest global wine and spirits company in the world, manufacturing such well-known brands as Smirnoff, Baileys and Malibu. Over 20 years, Colin filled a number of roles with them, including as Managing Director of the UK Operations, President of Europe and Worldwide Strategy Director. Colin then became the CEO of Kenwood Appliances in 1997, when the company had run into difficulties. Within 3 years, under Colin's direction, the company had turned round and was sold as part of an industry consolidation to DeLonghi. In the same year as Kenwood regained its position as Britain's #1 manufacturer of food processing appliances. Since his retirement in 2003, Colin has not only undertaken his roles with the University of Hertfordshire, but he also became a non-executive board member of the West Herts NHS Hospital Trust and chaired their audit committee. He is also still non-executive chair of the PJ Pipe and Valve Company Limited, a family-owned engineering firm based in Hertfordshire. In recognition of outstanding achievement, I will now elect, on behalf of the University of Hertfordshire, a fellowship upon Mr. Colin Gordon. I now call upon Mr. Gordon to address the Assembly.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I am honoured and flattered to receive this fellowship, not least because I thoroughly enjoyed my time as a Governor of the University of Hertfordshire, and I continue to value my association with UH through a membership of the University Court. However, today is principally about our graduates, and I'd like to congratulate everyone who's receiving an award today. This represents the culmination of a period of seriously hard work, and for many of us, graduation day is one of the milestones in our lives, so I'd urge you to enjoy the moment with your family and friends. Many of you completing first degrees will be entering employment for the first time, and for you there are important choices about where you might work. One of the tasks that we undertook whilst I was a governor was to define our values as an organisation, and I recently came across an analysis of the values of the UK's most admired companies. Many were what you would expect, such as quality, commitment and service. Others were, perhaps, less obvious, such as fun, passion and respect. My point is only that for many of us, we spend more of our waking hours at work than perhaps with our family and friends. And whilst obviously factors such as salary and responsibilities are extremely important, I would urge you also to consider the character of any organisation you're thinking of joining. And yes, those statements of vision and values can be very revealing. Other recipients have completed postgraduate degrees in a number of specialisms, and I would like to extend a particularly warm welcome to those from overseas who have chosen to study at UH. Your contribution to the university is greatly valued and enriches the education of the whole community. Whether through a second degree or by a more limited approach, it seems to me that continuing professional development is absolutely essential in today's world. The scale of change during my working lifetime has been enormous. My wife, who I met at university, started her career as a systems programmer, working on a computer that took up the entire basement of her office block and probably had less processing power than today's average laptop. The internet alone has transformed working practices, and all of the evidence is that the speed of change is increasing. Therefore, whatever your chosen career, you can be certain that it will be transformed during your lifetime, and you will need to keep learning in order to keep up. My career, as you've heard from Quintin, the Vice-Chancellor, was perhaps for someone of my generation unusual, in that I worked in diverse industries, in different disciplines, and in large and small public and private companies. Whilst the facts that I studied in my degree, including my social psychology, were soon forgotten, the approach to learning, teamwork, and problem solving, which I first learned at university, were essential throughout my working life. I imagine that not many of you have given much thought to what the governors of a university actually do. I mentioned that we established the values of the organisation, but also during my time in office, we appointed the Vice-Chancellor. You've heard about the estate strategy and the building programme that generated. But perhaps most important for a number of you today was the fact that we approved the establishment of the School of Pharmacy. As I said, it was a privilege to be associated with the University of Hertfordshire, and I hope that you, like me, will look back at your time spent at UH with pleasure and pride. UH is proud of the fact that over 40% of our graduates are the first in their families to enjoy a university education. On everyone's behalf, may I thank your families, whose support in many cases has made possible the achievements which we are celebrating today. Finally, may I close by once again thanking the university for granting me this fellowship, by congratulating you all on the degrees which you are being awarded, and by wishing everyone the very best for the future. Thank you very much.
We shall now receive the graduates of the Department of Pharmacy, Pharmacology and Postgraduate Medicine and the Department of Psychology and Sports Sciences. Graduates are presented by a member of academic staff from their school or department, and I first call upon Madeleine Flanagan.
Department of Pharmacy, Pharmacology and Postgraduate Medicine. Master of Health and Medical Education degree. With distinction, Vejdan Turkiya F. Alroli. With distinction, Adeola Adeyinka Falani. With distinction, Shona Marie Solly. Master of Public Health degree, Yowande Oge Adebayo. With distinction, Rachel Jane Barrington. Oyalise Nkruka Emodi. Patrick Mensah. Teresa Mutizira. And Jericho Yukai Rudentia. With distinction, J.C. Sabapathy. Master of Science degree in Cardiology and Stroke, Yazir Amir Yassir Al-Thari. With distinction, Paul Nahi Kore Mwanta. Sarah Ibrahim. With distinction, Lucy Jarrett Smith. With distinction, Kiara Pauline Rice. With distinction, Musab Elwahi Abdel Roof Solomon. Masters of Science degree in Clinical Dermatology, Tamina Kamran. With distinction, Ala Abi Dunmanef Al-Saraf. With distinction, Anne Beat Doring. Jose Antonio Ferrara de Lara. Carol Christina Collins. With distinction, Michael Charles Kirk. Shin Wint Kayar. Yodthai Cernvonset. Master of Science degree in Medical and Healthcare Simulation. With distinction, Samantha Ann McCormack. With distinction, Katie Louise O'Connor. Master of Science degree in Mental Health Practice. With distinction, Nigel Nasalathau Donga. With distinction and winner of a university prize, Charity Marwapi Mayak Musunda. Master of Science degree in Psychiatric Practice, Sadif Alim. With distinction, Hassan Amjad Bhuta. Esther Ogamaka Chinese. Sadia Fahan Khan. Shamina Nargis. With distinction, Stacey Marie Oliver Singleton. With distinction, Shidij Thrukral. Master of Science degree in Skin Integrity, Skills and Treatment, Jennifer Ann Davis. With distinction, Lucy Victoria Hosey. Katie Rebecca Leake. With distinction, Jennifer MacDonald. Salama Jabbar Raijai. With distinction, Jasan Samit. With distinction, Elizabeth Rose Walker. The following award was achieved having followed an approved programme of study under the Credit Accumulation and Transfer Scheme. Master of Science degree in Studies in Healthcare, Leadership and Management. With distinction, Alison Mary Mugur. Florence Mazanekadar.
Department of Psychology and Sports Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy. Colleen Margaret Adicott has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled Exploring the Shared Meaning of Being at One's Best in Work. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Colleen Margaret Adicott.
Doctor of Philosophy. Lewis Jamie Carpenter has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled Long-Term Progression of Structural Joint Damage in Early Rheumatoid Arthritis. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Lewis Jamie Carpenter.
Doctor of Philosophy. Laura Crucinelli has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled Bodily Pleasure and the Self, Experimental, Pharmacological and Clinical Studies on Affective Touch. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Laura Crucinelli.
Doctor of Philosophy. Amelia Alice Hall has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled The Effect of Dance and Exercise to Music on Mood in Those with Parkinson's Disease. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Amelia Alice Hall.
Doctor of Philosophy, Delaney, Mr. Age, Donna, Renuka Giles have been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a program of work entitled Reverse Journey in Dementia, a clinician's research journey leading to the development of carers' diaries. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Delaney, Mr. Age, Donna, Renuka Giles.
Doctor of Philosophy, Andrew Loughland has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a program of work entitled Methodological Issues of Quantifying Everyday Memory Phenomena with Paper and Electronic Diaries. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Andrew Loughland.
Doctor of Philosophy. Lisa Hope Wheatley has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled Mother-Infant Interaction During Book Sharing Across Socio-Economic Status Groups. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Lisa Hope Wheatley.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Ilan Banzion has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled Lightbulb Moments, Evaluation of a Transdiagnostic Acceptance and Commitment Therapy Group Intervention for Adjustment in Neurological Conditions. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Ilan Banzion. Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Lucy Rebecca Gate has been awarded the degree of Doctor in Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled A Granite Theory Study of Parent Adjustment After the Birth of a Child with a Facial Birthmark. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Lucy Rebecca Gate.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Claire Johnson has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled Systemic Consultations in Intellectual Disability Services, Experiences of Care Staff. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Claire Johnson. Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Stephanie Louise Minchin has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled Meaning Making in the Voice-Hearing Experience, the Narratives of African Caribbean Men Who Have Heard Voices. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Stephanie Louise Minchin.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Shamaral Ulubunmi Elizabeth Odusanya has been awarded the degree of Doctor in Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled The Experience of Qualified BME Clinical Psychologist in Interpretive Immunological and Repertory Grid Analysis. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Shamaral Ulubunmi Elizabeth Odusanya.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Rosalind Catherine Elizabeth Payne has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a programme of work entitled Narratives of Parents Living with a Child Affected by Chronic Fatigue Syndrome, Myalgic Encephalomyelitis. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Rosalind Catherine Elizabeth Payne.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Katie Turner has been awarded the degree of Doctor in Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled A Retrospective Study of Young Carers' Experiences of Supporting a Parent with Psychosis. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Katie Turner.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Joss Twist has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled Transitioning Together, Narratives of Sexuality and Intimacy in Partners of Trans People. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Joss Twist.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Coral Westerway has been awarded the degree of Doctor in Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled The Experiences of Men Who Have Had Multiple Moves Within Projects for People Who Are Homeless. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Coral Westerway.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Anna Denise Williams has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a program of work entitled What Goes Unheard When Struggling Mothers Speak, a qualitative study using the adult attachment interview. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Anna Denise Williams.
Master of Arts degree in Contemporary Therapeutic Counselling, Sean Raymond Dale Molloy. Nikki Louise Leggett. With distinction, Julian John Nicholas Morga. With distinction, Kate Louise Renner. Postgraduate Diploma in Contemporary Therapeutic Counselling, Carly Ann Crawley Delaney. Farai Gwanzura. Michael Thomas Pine. Master of Science degree in Business Psychology, Pooja Vipin Pujara. Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology, Ko Kim Yu. Sohaila Abbas. Zunaira Ahmad. Adedoyin Alabi. With first class honours, Brogan Algar. Charlie Lisa Allen. Sahil Amini. Zoe Annan. Adnan Anjum. Daniela Anton Maria Ratnasilan. With first class honours, Danielle Lauren Arnold. Joanne Eilert. Satirius Batsos. Marzana Begum. Salma Begum Ali. Simone Bernard. Kamel Yunus Bouaka. Jasmine Brett. Katie Louise Brown. Cruz Debrera Chaturi. Disha Chudasama. Eleanor Maria Ciarcialini. Lauren Clark. Charles Jordan Collins. Paris Rianne Crossley. Mary Adelanke Fadisola Daramola. Anisha Marie Dillon. Sophie Deek. Kelly Ann Draper. Drishti Dia Doloma Singh. Laura Dunlop. Miles Econom. With first-class honours and winner of the British Psychological Society Undergraduate Award, Andrew Richard Elliott. With first-class honours, Catherine Elliott. Bianca Engineer. Jenny Joseph Eno. Amber Falzon. Surah Fawzi. Maureen Philippe. Kelsey Flame. Melanie Ida Flexman. Laura Fuller. Alia Garawi. Ruksa Ghafouri. Larissa Garankanian. Harpreet Kaur Gatora. Bethany Freya Godfrey. With first-class honours, Krishna Gohil. Cheryl Emma Goldrick. Alexis Grant McFarlane. Catherine Bridget Greenwood. Tharani Gunasingam. Bethel Fitzham Hemanot. Davina Halai. With first-class honours, Sarah Hanchawi. Bahara Haroon. Zainab Halail. Bethany Louise Honkoop. Catherine Hunt. Nadia Abid Hussain. Sabrina Hussain. Nina Imani. Anam Iqbal. Wafia Iqbal. Rukayat Jayola. Kirsty Jenkins. Imogen Jenner. Alpa Jiva. Chandni Jiwabai. Athe Johar. Jordan Reese Stephen Johnny. Marvi Khan. Sana Koshno. Tulsi Korea. Damini Lalchand. With first-class honours, Patricia Deborah Elizabeth Levitt. With first-class honours, Georgina Kelly Lewis. Leland Lai. Ifaramilikun O Oluwatobi Mikado. Helen Jane Martin. Rebecca Mathy. Robert MacDonald. Lauren Maguire. Majid Medizode. Nicole Louise Michelson Yates. Rena Mistry. Georgia Elizabeth Moore. Jessica Morse. Anam Mukadam. Tasnim Mukith. Reshma Nanji. Fernanda Nolesco. Larissa Cheme Yonomura Olorenshaw. Oluwadamilare Olatorese Oyediran. Alicia Patel. Rihanna Patel. Madison Pickett. Uruj Rashid. With first class honours, Beth Ryder. Grace Ann Roberts. Jordan Lee Roma. Catherine Russell. Abigail Sainty. Sonal Savani. With first class honours, Sophia Savides Macris. With first class honours and winner of a university prize, Anthony Christopher Sells. Kamal Shahzadi Sheikh. Chirink Sherpa. Alicia Skazaipeak. Jordan Jazz Smiler. Abby Smith. Gokchan Sonmez. Sheila Marie Stapleton. With first class honours, Georgina Violet Stroud. Alka Sudra. With first class honours, Katie Taylor. With first class honours, Leanne Theobald. Sophie Elizabeth Tyndall. Alice Trent. Tanya Vieira. Kripa Hitech Vinsulal. Opal Warner. Brandon Luke Warren. Hannah Webber. Lucy White. Laura Wicks. Amy Williams. Timothy Worrell. Sarah Yunus. Leila Zugari. Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology with a year abroad, Barbara Neka Eboegbolom. Natasha Lever. Claire Lee. Kyle Wesley Manson. Amber K.D. Niemoga. Kiara O'Brien. Dimitra Pafitis.
It's now my pleasure to call upon Amelia Hall to address the Assembly on behalf of the graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honour to witness so many graduates receive their degrees this evening in front of so many family and friends. I think it goes to prove that we have a successful and thriving university, and it has been a privilege to be part of today's proceedings. So on behalf of the graduates of the Department of Pharmacy, Pharmacology and Postgraduate Medicine, and Department of Psychology and Sports Sciences, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people and do some reminiscing about our time at university. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Colin Gordon, who received a well-deserved fellowship this evening. Colin has had a distinguished career and has been a governor of the university since 2003. According to his biography on the Herts University website, he has a broad industry knowledge of engineering, retail and alcoholic beverages. I think that's something my fellow graduates know something about. But more seriously, I joined the university as a fresh-faced undergraduate in 2007. Incidentally, almost as long ago as Colin. When I started here, the university looked very different from how it does today, with late nights in the font bar, oh my goodness, the sticky floor, curly fries in the early house, and barbecues on the field. I have grown up at this university under the supportive wing of the psychology department, who have pushed me to thrive in this environment and complete both a master's and a PhD. I've had a fabulous time at this university, especially completing my PhD investigating the effect of dance on those with Parkinson's. One of the highlights of this was to help start a dance class here at the university to give back to the local community in Hertfordshire, bridging the gap between the university and local people. The class has helped to break down barriers between academics and those who can benefit from our research. I think I can speak for all my fellow graduates this evening when I say that the late night cramming for exams, the books we read and the essays we wrote were worth it. It is important to remember that we are actually graduating. All that hard work has paid off. The goals we set ourselves at the beginning of this process have been met. We had fun, didn't we? I know that personally I wouldn't have been able to do it without the amazing friends I've made throughout my time here. I've met people that have supported me through this long stint here at UH, and they will be lifelong friends. To everyone who has supported us through our journey, we say thank you. From our lecturers who brought our subjects to life, administrators who made the ride as smooth as possible, and parents who stood by us while we grew our wings. To friends who were there for the all-night study sessions in the LRC and celebrations in the forum and everything in between. The friendships we have made here will last a lifetime. Before ending this speech, I would like to take the opportunity to wish all my fellow graduates the best of luck as they move into the next phase of their lives. UH has given us the skills to pursue whichever endeavour we choose, and I'm very grateful for this. Finally, we'd like to say thank you to our Vice-Chancellor, Quentin McKellar, for a marathon effort of handshaking and receiving the graduates of the Department of Pharmacy, Pharmacology and Postgraduate Medicine, and Department of Psychology and Sports Sciences. Thank you.
Amelia, thank you for those very kind words. And you have just pipped me in the sense that I was hoping to be the first to congratulate our new graduates. I will, though, with great pleasure, be the second to congratulate the new graduates. What a fantastic achievement. Can I say just how very proud I am of all of you. And I hope from now on you will also be proud that you hold a University of Hertfordshire degree. You've done an enormously wonderful job. And I wonder if colleagues in the middle might give you one last round of applause to congratulate you on such a great achievement. Now, Colin spoke about values that businesses and companies have. And of course, we as a university also explored and developed the values that we felt were appropriate to the University of Hertfordshire. This was done through a process of consultation across the whole university. And I was absolutely delighted with the set of values which we eventually produced. And the first of those values was friendship. It was to be friendly to each other. And can I say, as you now graduate and leave us, that you will, without question, have a happier life if you make friends, keep friends, and develop friendships wherever you are in your workplace or in your leisure time. So I think that value is hugely important. The second value we had was ambition. Ambition in the broad sense. Of course, we'd like you to be ambitious in your careers. We'd like you to be ambitious for your families. We'd like you to be ambitious for your communities. And we hope that ambition can be embraced in a truly civilized way, such that you can, of course, develop your own careers and your families' careers and so on, but do so in the nicest possible way. Our third value was collegiality. What do we mean by collegiality? Well, I think collegiality is about not only being ambitious for yourself and so on, but also within your workplace or within your community, wanting to help others and having that sort of collegiality across your whole environment, such that you are able to help and support others in everything that you do. Our next value was enterprising, and of course we are, as you're probably all aware, very much a business-facing university. We want all our graduates to be fit for business once they leave the university, and therefore that enterprising spirit is something that we hope you'll take away with you from the university. And then the final attribute which we have, and it's really one which we up here on the stage wished to embrace, and that was our student focus. We hope that while you've been at the university, you've felt that we have focused very much on the students at the university. It is indeed the most important thing within the university that we do that. But can I ask now, as you move into employment and you leave the university, that you continue to have a focus on students, and should you get a job in a business or in an industry where you might take on a placement or so on from a university, and you get the opportunity to take someone, particularly, of course, from the University of Hertfordshire, can I ask that you do that in a very engaging spirit, because there is no doubt that students who undertake placements are much better fitted for the workplace afterwards. So can I encourage you to remember the values of the University of Hertfordshire? It's easy to remember them if you remember the little acronym FACES. So it's friendly, ambitious, collegiate, enterprising, and student-focused, and take that away with you. I would like, though, before we leave, to ask you, because there is one group here that we haven't thanked adequately, and that's the group sitting directly in front of me. Your mums, dads, perhaps husbands, wives, friends, relatives, those who in one way or another have come here to support you, but I'm sure have offered you support throughout your time at the university, and they've made that journey through university, I'm sure, much easier than it would otherwise have been. And I wonder if you might like to join with me to thank the people in front of me at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That ends the formal part of the ceremony this evening. There will be refreshments in the Alban Arena. Please do go there and join us, enjoy the refreshments, and please also have an absolutely fantastic celebration of your acquisition of a University of Hertfordshire degree. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to be upstanding as the academic procession leaves?